Hello, today we're gonna learn how to mix your own blacks. How by using a combination of two colors, you can make rich, vibrant, complex blacks instead of using the flat black from a tube. As a bonus, we will learn how to use 3 different blacks using 3 different combinations of 2 colors in each one. So let's get started. Hi friends, welcome back to the studio. My name is Beatriz, and today lesson we're gonna be learning something that is really dear to my heart, which it is to mix your own blacks by using 2 colors. No need to spend the money into a tube of black that it will just dry flat. Instead of that, make your own vibrant, good blacks using 2 colors. I will teach you how to make 3 different blacks using 3 different pairs of colors, and how each one of them will be rich and it will enhance your paintings. So get your supplies ready and let's just... It will be better if you see it. And this is my Rembrandt black. It took me a long time to find one, a black from a tube, because again, I don't use it. This is an old palette that is all full of Rembrandt colors. I will tell you one day why I have that, but in my experience, all the blacks, regardless of the brand, behave the same way. They come down really pretty, and you see it like, wow, it's nice and dark. Let me go now with water so you can see it as it gets lighter, but wait till it dries. And then we're going to put next to it the ones that we're going to mix so you get to see the difference. So my black, get in. I always like to go from lighter to darker so we can see how the color is going to behave if you dilute it more or less. So black color from the tube. While this one dries, let me show you how to mix our own using 2 colors. We're going to be using French Ultramarine, and this one is called Transparent Oxide Red, but really it is a burnt sienna. Different manufacturers name the colors differently just to drive you crazy. The trick to making your own blacks is to make sure that you use the same amount of each color. I'm going to put my burnt sienna here. And now I'm gonna put in the other corner the French Ultramarine. We start with one color, bring it in the middle, pick the other one, bring it in the middle. Now you will see this is start to look dark, but it's more on the brown side. Telling me, here I'm gonna show you one of these ones. Telling me that I have more brown. It looks kind of like black till you start diluting them. And this will be, I mean, there's a place for this color in your paintings if you're making shadows from a tree or for something that is brown color. But you see how the more water I put, the more I can see that this is not a black. It's a dark brown. Let's bring more color, the brown, the burnt sienna, French Ultra. Let's get a little extra water because my paint is thick. And you keep mixing these 2 colors. Oops, now my brush picked up more of the blue. So now I got the opposite problem. So now this is a dark color, but it's more on the blue side. Let me see. Just put it right here. Looks nice and dark, and say, oh wow, maybe it's it looks like I've made a black. But then if we dilute it with water, you see it start reading more like a blue, dark blue. And again, it is a place for this color, just not when you want to use a black instead. So what do? You keep mixing you get more of the brown. Now I got more brown. Well, then you bring more of the blue. More of the brown again. And yeah, this is a lot of paint, but again, I'm trying to make my big batch of black so it's ready for when I need it. And I'm gonna keep it in this container. So I can bring in the colors, bring more of the blue. And when I see here, that is, I mean, I'm doing it by looking at it. On here, it's getting pretty close to being a black. So let me see. Let's try it over here. I think I got it. No. This is pretty. Yep, this is a black, as you can see. And let's just bring the water to see it as we get it more diluted. I bring my water. And as you can see, as I diluting this color, it gives me the black. So that was a good 50-50 mix of these two colors. And see, this black of mine, the one that I mixed, looks just as dark and as the other one, but now wait, this one is starting to dry, and then let's just wait till this one dries as well. So this is one of my favorite ones to do, burnt sienna and French ultramarine. But that's not the only one that you can use. Those are not the only colors you can use to make blacks. Let me show you how you can do it. So how can we make other blacks? Well, by mixing two colors, they are opposites in the color wheel. For example, green and opposite means one is on one side and the other one at the bottom. So red and green are opposites. Or yellow, well, these are secondary. Orange and blue, and violet and yellow. So if you use one of those combinations, but in the darker size, for example, don't use your brighter red, get a scarlet red, which is darker. Don't use your lighter green, use your Viridian or a Phthalo or one of the darkest greens. If you use these two, you will still mix dark colors. For example, my scarlet, and let's use the Viridian, which is the darker green that we're gonna use. Let's mix these two. Again, same rule apply. Try to get the same amount of one color as the other in order to make it a black. So you need to have, right now I have too much red, bring more green, and the more once these two are in a 50-50 mix, then you will get a black. You will get a different type of black with each one, but I need more green. But you will be making a beautiful black. Say, for example, you need to put a big shadow, a black, and a leaf. Then you may prefer to use this one over the other one, because it will have hints of green and hints of red. But let's just put it right here, next to this other black. See, it is black. Put it here so you can see that. And then we wait for it to dry. And the last one that I'm gonna do is the other mix of the primary colors, which will be violet with yellow. Again, I'm getting a combination of the other two primary colors, but in the darker side. So I'm not getting a lemon yellow or very bright yellow. I'm getting this new Gamboge, which is more like it's a yellow that is starting to turn a little bit onto orange. And then let's start doing our mix. I start with violet. This is such a beautiful color. Very, very pretty. And now I'm going to get let me clean my brush. Let's get the new Gamboge. Oh, we're gonna use all of our blue. Okay, Let's get a little more water. And let's just put it here so we can see. You see, it's another black. As I'm gonna dilute it, let's get some water. I just wet in my paper so when I come with the paint, it will be diluted. Let's get the color here and you can start seeing the nuances. They are not completely wet and dry, so let me use the hair dryer and then we'll be back to show you all our blacks. By using 3 different combinations of colors, French Ultramarine and Burnt Sienna, a blue and a dark blue and dark orange, a dark red and a dark green by Viridian and Perylene Scarlet, and blue violet and new Gamboge, so a violet and a dark yellow. We were able to make 3 different very rich blacks. This is the black from the tube. This is lamp black. And as you can see, they're all black, but richer blacks than that one. I hope that now you have a better understanding of how to mix your own blacks and why it's important that we do that. And I hope that you also feel confident to experiment with your own mixes and see what you come up with. As always, I thank you for joining me here. And if you would like me to try different combinations, let me know for different mixes, let me know in the comments. I will see you in my next video.